Hi all. Right, let's get the last part, the last raid done for this is our raid day 3, just about to end. So one more raid to go, and we'll hopefully get the end of day stuff sorted out in this episode too. Okay, so yeah, well, I'll get the raid down. That's the first part, and get the units in the raid display. Okay, so this is the 1400 raid, our last raid of the day at Hornchurch Airfield. Now, this is when we put this strategy card deceptive formation on. So, I said if the raid contains at least 4 group in, which it does, it's got the full 12, have the total detection modifier rounded up when determining British detection of this raid. This card provides no benefit for a raid of less than 4 group in. Okay, so hopefully we'll get a good result there. And there's our group in. Sorry, just try to zoom out there a little bit, but try and make it gentle. There we go. There's a group in. So nothing. I've got the 2 elite ME 110s. There's 2 JU 88s and 2 Heinkels. Yeah, so that's that. Right, so on to the next card. Right, British detection. So this is where we will half this modifier. So, hang on, we'll wait here just now. So whatever the modifier is, we half it and round it up. Right, let's get a nice low start. Oh, a 1. Ah, nice. Could this be? So, well, actually, we're halving the modifier this time, aren't we? So we're not, that one doesn't come into account, does it? Because that's the actual dice roll. Is that right? Yeah. So we don't count the 1 until the end. So our modifiers are going to be, right, hang on, what have we got? We've got, this is, we've fought 2. So we've got clear weather, so it's going to be a 4 to start with for the OCV. And there's 2 radar nets, which are both active, so that's going to be another 4 up to 8. And then, yeah, and then pretty much the last one is just the amount of grouping. Well, we've got 12 grouping this time, so it's going to be another 4. So we're up to 12. That's our modifier. However, we're going to reduce that in half to 6, then add our 1 from the dice roll. So we've only got 7. Oh, look at this. Oh, it was almost, you've got to get right down to 5 to get that. So it's a late warning with a poor intelligence. So hopefully that does something good for us. Right, on to the next card. And in fact, I can probably just discard that strategy card now, can't I? Yeah, that's all it was doing, so I'll just discard that, get it out of the way. Next card is Raid Rendezvous. Okay. What do we got? Oh, we've got a 6, that's good. 15 or more grouping, no, we've only got 12. So, we've been really lucky with the Raid Rendezvous, I must admit. That's one area where it's worked. Right, so British Raid response. Now hang on. We've got a poor intelligence. Is there not something that we need to do here? Or was that... Yeah, hang on. Let me move back a couple of cards here. Let's just look at card number 10 when we done the detection. So if intelligence level is poor, which is what ended up, determine if British consider it as a major or minor raid. So if there's 1 to 3 grouping, it's a minor raid. If there's 4 to 5 grouping, you may declare a minor. If 6 or more grouping, it's a major raid. Yeah, so... Yeah, this was one, I think Martin was talking about the possibility of trying to kid them into thinking it was a minor raid. Yeah, so you'd only need, if you had 45 grouping, you could declare it a minor raid. I think that the big part of that is that then determines how many squadrons get removed from the pool, I think. Or no, if they come along, or how many come along. But the fact we've got that many grouping in the pool anyway, it didn't really make any difference. So it's still classed as a major raid then. Okay. So yeah, raid response. So we're on await warning. So we're on the L column there. So 2 from 611 and 1 done, and 1 from 511, 711, 311. Well, we've got lots of squadrons out there, so we might get some of them. And we won't be bringing the 8th along, will we? No. So it needed to be very early, was it? Or early? Very early or accurate, so we didn't have any of them. Okay, so what am I doing here? Right, so 2 from 611. Yeah, we do have what's required there. So they're all Spitfires, so let's roll for the one that's not coming along. So that will be the A, so the B and the C are coming along. Oh, right, hang on. These stay out the cup, don't they? Because that's the sector. That's 611 the sector, so squadron self-preservation. Yeah, we place them outside the cup, so they still count that. So that's 2. And then we've got 1 from 511. Random out there as well. Is the B. So that goes in the cup. That's us up to 3. 1 from 711. That's up to 4. And 1 from 311. Oh, I've got 1 as well. Well, I had everything that I wanted there, so we've got 5 grouping, but there's only 3 staying in the cup. The 2 Spitfires from 611 stay outside. So let's see what if any come back out again. I rolled a 6, so it'll get modified. It's August the 20th. Target sector is an 11. That's us up to 8. Primary targets an airfield. That's us up to 10. Target's deep. Warning is very early. No. Intelligence is poor. So intelligence is accurate. No. Intelligence is limited accurate. No. Intelligence is poor. And raid is major, which is the case. We decided it was major. So that's a 12. We're up to 12, and I think that's us. So 12's a high. So I don't think anyone's going to come out. So we've got 5 squadrons with high. Oh, we're getting 1 out. Yeah, so we're getting 1 back out of the cup. So obviously the ones from 611 stay where they are. So we just take 1 out of the cup. Knocks us down to 4. And what we got? We got the one from 711 back out. And to see if they're going to go ahead with it, we've got 4. We've got poor intelligence. Squadrons in the pool is 3 to 5, and it's a major raid. So yeah, they're all going to respond. Okay. Right, so we've got 4 against 4. So that didn't really do anything great for us there, did it? I don't think. No, it didn't seem like we got much of a result there, did we? However, that's okay though. At least we've got the 4 against them, and they're not more than us. So, which makes it lets them sneak on by into the bomber box. So hopefully we can avoid them going there. Right, next card is Hunter Interception. So grouping is equal to squadrons. All squadrons are intercepted and they remain in the hunt box. Raid approach event. We get clouds scatter raid. If the region has patchy or broken clouds, reduce all sea grouping. Well, that wouldn't have been nice, but we're clear weather. It is. We fought 2, which is clear. Yeah, so it's not going to apply, which is good. Next card. Hunter attack. Okay, so this is fighting the hunt box. So we'll roll a dice, keep it low. It's a 4, not the best. So what we got? Nothing for the Messerschmitts. 4, 7, 10, 14. 14 combat value with 4 grouping. 14 takes us down to row D, which is not too bad. Row D, but a 4 on the dice gives us no effect LA. Oops, I'll drop my tweezers. No effect LA. So no effect for the A grouping. So this guy goes, does he go close escort, I think? Yeah, he goes close escort. Unfortunately, the B's were the one we had 2 of, and they're the L result. Yeah, so 2 white losses there for the B grouping. 2 points lost. That was rather nasty. I would have accepted 1, but. And then the C is an A result, which is a bar, so that's to in-flight reduced. So not the best, but let's hope that they're getting something too. Well, they're getting light L, A, no effect. So light loss for their A's. At least, because I've got 3 B's, they're the A result. Now one of them's going to sneak out. One of them's got a no effect. So the B's are an A result, so that's a BORT. Full squadrons with an A, so they go to in-flight reduced, the 3 B's. And then the C is no effect, so it goes to the bomb box. So unfortunately, they are getting a fighter up, but they only win the 1, so not too bad. But it's always nice to get that column shift when you don't get anything coming up. But however, never mind. Well, we did get a unit into the close escort, didn't we? Although, yeah, I think only you know what? We'll find out. Right, so draw a raid event for the target. Raid target event. We have cloud inhibit squadrons. If the region has patchy or broken clouds, all A squadrons in the bomber box leave the raid. Well, none of that applies. It's only a C squadron that's there, and we don't have any issues with clouds, so that's that. Next card. Squadron interception. So, hold on. Oh no, I was only in the hunt box, isn't it? There's Hunter contact die roll. Yeah, that's the hunt box. So, squadrons is a Western grouping. Select grouping to be attacked equal to number of squadrons. Pick full before reduced grouping. In that order. So it's going to pick one of the Heinkels. What have we got? A B and a C. I better randomise them then, I think. We get the C. So he's going to engage the Heinkel with a C. If any grouping and the bomber bolts are not intercepted. Sorry, I'm not showing you the card there. I just, yeah, I was wonder about this one. So it says, if any grouping and the bomber bolts are not intercepted, move aside an equal number of CE grouping. Alright, well they're all going to go aside then. So none of the close escort units are going to be involved in the squadron attack. Okay, so it's just 1-on-1 there. Right, okay. And I think that's the next card. Squadron attack. It is indeed. So we have, well, we will roll dice. A 4 again, so not the best. And we've got a combat value of 10. So, and, right. Yeah, combat value of 10, but there's only one grouping in the combat. So we're way down at row H, unfortunately. One group in combat, value of 10. Yeah, we're way down at H, so probably not going to go well. That's a 4, and what letter is he? A C. Oh, it's a heavy loss. Ah, we didn't want that, did we? So a heavy loss, so he goes into the heavy loss box, and that's 2 victory points again that we lose. Not nice. Okay, and his squadron is a C for a 4, which is a D result, so disrupt, which is to in-flight reduced. Well, at least is reduced. Oh, mind you, it doesn't matter, does it? This is a WAS raid. What happened up there? So I've knocked the pile of night raid units down somehow. Right, that's it. Yeah, so not the best results there, really. That was 4 victory points we've lost in this raid already, so hopefully the bombing can make up for it then. Next card is Bombardment. So, what do we have? I'll roll dice. This is a one we want, a high one. We got a 1. Now, the close escort guys don't come down this time, do they? That was only if there was no... That would have been back a bit. Yeah, if no squadrons get up to the bomber box, they come down. So they're not involved as well, so that's even worse. So we've got a bombing strength of 5, 10, 15. 15 with a 1 on the dice though. Well, fortunately we're not affected by the clouds, so I'll show you the chart from a bit of a distance there. I don't think we're getting any shifts. Fortunately we're high enough up with our strength to get a 1 hit, I think, aren't we? As we fought 2, it's clear weather, no dive bombing bonus, no. So it's 15 to 17 column there. And we only rolled a 1, so it's just 1 hit. So 1 point back, so a net loss of 3 victory points in this raid. Not so good. We do get 1 point of disruption. Move from the sector and the rearm box of what's 611. Well, there is one in the sector actually. So we get to shift him. Disperse, move from sector and rearm box to land box. So again though, getting this right at the end I don't think is a... So that goes up to the land box. Sorry, stretching over there. So he's in the land box. We do, however, what was he? He was a Spitfire. We do reduce Spitfire replacement points by 1 as well. So, but I think putting up in the land box on the last raid does nothing. The reduction of the replacement point might help a little. Yeah, that wasn't really the best, was it? I finished the day off, and yet we had a nice strategy card on that as well. So, oh well, right. So that's that. I'll just be tidying up all the units now. So move all grouping in flight. Oh, the grouping should now be in the in-flight box, and then I have to move them to the rear bases. So I'll go and do that. Right, and I've just put them all in the rear bases this time. I don't really see the point in putting them in there. I mean, it says if there's insufficient clock time, fighters to air bases reduced. It's just to protect against not using them again for another raid, but this is the last raid of the day, so I've just chucked them in there. We've still got some fighters up in the clock as well. Clock check, so we flip this target face down. That's our last raid of the day. If you have no more planned raids, move the clock marker to end of day space. So we will do that. If clock marker moved to end of day space, go ahead to step 25, resolve night raids. Okay. Card 25. Right, there was no Blenheims that responded, that went on patrol, did they? So we've just got our bombers. So we don't need to roll in the interception table, I don't believe, because there's none there. Yeah, so yeah, we don't need to roll on that. And then resolving a night raid combat, we don't need to do that. And then roll a die on the night raid bombing table. So we've got 4 bombers and up in the night raid box there. And remember, it doesn't matter on their strength, it's just the fact that there's 4 of them. And so that's the table that we're looking at. So the higher the better. Oh, got a 6. So this could be nice finish. So we've got a 6. Well, it doesn't matter how many grouping are bombing with a 6. It does exactly the same thing throughout. So it's -2 victory points and 2 industry damage points. Industry damage is assessed per the rules for day bombing versus industry. Well, that's good. I think that takes another couple of points away. So -2 victory points. So that puts us back up to -9, which I think is what we started that last raid on. Was that? Maybe? Or maybe it was 10. And then the 2 industry points. Right. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. So I think it's just that bottom bit that we need to look at, don't we? Yeah, because the bit above is if you roll an H result, you would roll the dice again. So, but we have two industry points to. So aircraft replacement points equal to the result are lost, and assign all lost aircraft type with the most points if possible. So it's the Hurricanes that are the most. So we're going to drop them by 2 down to 12. So yeah, that might help a little bit as well. And that'll be that. So that was good. Yeah, it doesn't say about moving them yet. I don't think it matters. I could probably move them back in there. Right, card 26. Move all in-flight squadrons to their assigned sectors on the map. Full side up. Move all squadrons in landing and rearm boxes to their assigned sectors on the map, retaining their facing. Well, all of them are full side up as well. So yeah, let's get all the squadrons back first. Okay, there's all the squadrons back from the in-flight box and from the tote board up there. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flight losses. Not bad, but we've suffered a bit more this time. We've got 6 in the light loss and 1 in the heavy loss box, so it's not been as good a day this. Well, I think we're moving our grouping now. Move all grouping in in-flight box. There's none. Night raid boxes. and any spaces of the clock to their assigned air bases full side up. Flip all reduced grouping and air bases to their full side. Yeah, but I didn't flip any of them, so just because I'm not quite sure I see the point in that. And then we move on to Luftwaffe press or rest. So I'll get the grouping back in their air bases. Okay, so time to press or rest again. I mean, we have just rested both times. I think I'm just going to keep that going, just to see where it takes me at the end of this game. Maybe I suppose it might make the game go a little quicker. I'm not necessarily trying to push for that as such. I think the fact I've done it twice there. I think I might have rethought it on the first turn. It's just that with the strategy cards, you're only going to get one strategy card if you press. Whereas if I rest, right at the moment, I'm getting 3 strategy cards. So I feel like that's yeah. Reinforcements, receive just 1 strategy card, yeah. And then you add an additional +2 modifier to every detection die roll. So yeah. So I'm going to go for the rest again. So it means I get to draw 2 day event cards and pick the worst of the bunch. So move on to the next card. I'll then start doing that. So draw a day event card. So this is where we have to draw 2, and I think we have to draw them in order, don't we? So yeah, if we get the same numbers, we use the first one drawn. So this is the first one drawn, which is a 3. So hoping for a low. Oh, 2 3s. Good. Well, that was quite a good result then. So this was the first one drawn, so we don't use this one then, because it says if they're both the same. If 2 cards show the same number of days elapsed, use the card that was drawn first. Well, we'll do that. And then we're going to advance to day 3. Yeah, because we ignore all this stuff because we're playing that advanced rule with a press or rest. That's if you draw the same card. However, it's a 3 anyway this time, so it wouldn't be counted. So advance the day marker, number of spaces shown on day event card. Gain 1 victory point for each day elapsed. So we're going to move from August 20th to 1, 2, 3, August 23rd, and lose 3 points, 1, 2, 3. So we're still at -6. And then if preparations for sea line have begun, no, add 3 victory points per day elapsed instead. If day marker moved to or past September the 8th, it did not. If it's after September the 10th, it is not. So I think we just move on. Right, carry out the event listed on the day event cards you just drew. Okay, so this is different this time, isn't it? What was this doing then? Event A, so that's for all. We fought 3 grouping to we fought 2. If the date is August 21st to September the 10th, which it is, all we fought 3 grouping may join raids and we fought 2 target areas. Flip the day marker to its Luftwaffe 3 to Luftwaffe 2 side. This remains in effect until drawn again after September the 10th. This remains in effect until drawn again. Not quite sure what that means. So I'm assuming this has got something else on the other side of it then. Yeah. So it does say Luftwaffe 3 to Luftwaffe 2. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? So I get to use any Luftwaffe 3 units for this whole day. Well, in fact, Yeah, until September the 10th. So all Leaf 3 grouping may join raids in Leaf 2 target areas. Yeah. Flip the day marker to its Leaf 3 to Leaf 2 side. This remains in effect until drawn again after September the 10th. I don't know if it means just like drawing one of these events again then. Assuming that must mean that. Well, we'll look into it. Once we get to September the 10th, then we might need to see what that means. Well, that feels like that was a really good event, that. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Update replacement points. So adjust replacement markers on the replacement track according to the replacement scheduled on the day event card just drawn. And for each British and German airplane type, and for the British experienced pilot reserve. So we've got Hurricanes 7, Spitfires 5, Blenheim 0, German fighters 5, level bombers 4. The numbers don't seem as high. Well, mind you, Hurricanes 7. Yeah, okay, so I'll go across and look at them. Okay, so Hurricanes were going up by 7, so 12 up to 19. Spitfires up 5 from 11 to 16. Blenheim's staying put down at 3 there. Maybe not so much need for them anyway. German fighters go up by 5 from 14 to 19. And bombers go up by 4, so from 15 to 19. So still quite a lot there. Right, and then the replacement points. Well, let's go and look. So, sorry, I meant experienced pilot points. So it's based on victory points. Are victory points less than -25? No, we're at -6. So that means they are between 25 and -10. Is that right? No, hang on. Why am I not computing that one? -25 to -10 is 2 pilots. -9 to +14. Hang on. This must be a misprint. This must meant -25 to -10. Yeah, it would only be 2. Yeah, so I thought that's the band we were in because this doesn't have a minus, but that doesn't make sense. So that must be -25 to -10. It would be 2 pilot points. But this is a band we're in, the third one down, which is -9, because we're on -6, so -9 to +14. So it's 3 pilot points. And remember, we reduced that right down to 0, so 1, 2, 3. So we're up to 3, but they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 5 light losses, so they're going to get a couple of green pilots again, if I can recall correctly. Right, I think that's that card done. Just to remember though, we do have a reinforcement squadron enter in, but I don't know if that gets to that or not. I don't think I've seen anything about it yet. So we'll move on and see, hopefully. So I'm just wondering if I've maybe missed that. Maybe not. No, it's to come yet. It's to come. So for each squadron or group in a light loss box, spend 1 aircraft replacement point to move the unit to its sector or airbase. And then for each squadron, also expend 1 experienced pilot point. Right, well, I'll look at, there's our light losses there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ME-109s. So I'm going to reduce the fighter replacements by 5, from 19 down to 14. and we'll put them back in their air bases. And then we've got one bomber in the White Wasp box. What is that? Hinkle. So drop the bomber replacements down from 19 to 18. And then squadrons. So the squadrons are, I'll take the Hurricanes first. 1, 2, 3. So 4 Hurricanes. Now hold on. No, I need to do this in order, don't I? Anyway, we've got 4 Hurricanes and 1 Spitfire. So we can adjust them. So Spitfire points go down from 16 to 15. The Hurricanes go down from 19 to 15 as well. But we've got 5 experienced pilot points to deal with, and there's only 3 available. So how is it we do that again? Yeah, so 14.24, selecting squadrons to receive replacements. If there are insufficient replacement points or experienced pilot points available, assign available replacements and experienced pilots in the following priority. So 2 squadrons in 11 group first, then 10 group, then 12 group. Well, they're all in 11 group. Within a group, make assignments in reverse sector order, so 7, 6, and so on. And then within a sector, make assignments to squadrons of your choice. So we've got... no, I'll not be able to show you that. Hang on. Let's zoom out a bit. Oops, there we go. So we've got... There's the 5. There. So we replace. We had enough replacement points for the fighters, like Hurricane and Spitfire. That's no problem. It's experienced pilot points. So this one goes first because it's from 7-11. So we put him back in his in his sector, and then we reduce the experienced pilot points by 1. And then we just cycle through that. So what is the next one going to be? Next one's 4-11. And that's our points down to 1. And then the last one's going to be 2-11. And that's him running at experienced pilot points now. So now... Oh, hang on though. Within a sector based assignment. However, if at all possible, assign experienced pilot points so that a given sector has no more than 1 squadron with green pilots. Well, the last 2 that are going to be reduced to green are both from 1-11. So I reckon I should take this one back from 2-11. Now within a sector I get to pick, so I'm clearly going to put the 1-11 Hurricane back and keep the Spitfire so he goes green. I think it's my choice. Within a sector, make assignments to squadrons of your choice. Okay. Yeah, and because with no experienced pilot points, both these last 2 units, one from 1-11, so we've got a Hurricane from 2-11 is going to be reduced, and a Spitfire from 1-11 is going to be reduced because we've run out of experienced pilot points. Yeah, okay, cool. And yeah, I think that's that, isn't it? White Wasp replacements, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot though, we've still got... Yeah, because it's a different card, isn't it? That's right. So it's a heavy loss. And if you remember, we do have a heavy loss. Remember, the Ju-87s can't come out. They're stuck. So this heavy loss... Oh no, he's just going to go... we expend one aircraft replacement point, so one bomber point, down from 18 to 17. But it just gets moved to the white lost box, doesn't it? It doesn't get to come back yet, so it starts its next raid day in there. So, I suppose it's only one. We're down. The British have not received any of them. So that's that. And then this is the bit with reinforcements. So if you move the day marker to or past day spaces containing any German reinforcement group in, place them. Ooh, that's me up to 40 minutes. Well, we'll find out. See if we can hopefully just finish this. Right, and right, so there's no German reinforcements, but this did want a British reinforcement. So we draw 2 from the cut. This is the first one we've drawn, and that's going to be the second one. So I think it picks the one that's in a living group sector, isn't it? Yeah, if only one is from a living group, you would select that one. So this is a 1, and it's from 711, so it goes out onto the map sector. So it's a Spitfire as well. So that's a third squadron in 711 now. I thought there was 3. There mustn't have been in that sector, so that's not so good. And this other unit just gets put back in the cup. And no reinforcements for us. So that's that. And then the last card is Tunnel German strategy cards to strategy deck and shuffle. I will do that. And we shuffled the last turn, so the decks are clearly not, the discards are clearly not bigger than the decks. So we're going to leave them. We don't shuffle the day event. It looks like this is done. It does have the repair bit up the top there, but it's on the top of the discard pile anyway. But we've nothing to repair. So, and then if you're playing the Battle Britain and complete the 4th raid, well, that's us completed the 3rd raid. So I'm just going to change my dice up there to a 3. If I can find it. So after the next raid day though, however, that will be the 4th raid day, and we will add the extra cards to the target deck. Now that's me shuffled up the strategy cards. So and then it says return to step 1, and that should be us. So, step 1, and we're back at the beginning again. Right, I'm going to quickly get this cut, and hopefully I'll not have split into 2 parts this. We will find out where it takes a limit to. But it's not a big deal. It just might mean that the rejoin in between the 2 has got me repeating myself briefly. It's not a huge big deal, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, going along. Yeah, it wasn't the best raid day. Maybe we're on -6 victory points, so we're still in the minus, which I don't know what I should be at this just now. So, anyway, right, I'll be back soon with the next raid day, guys. Okay, cheers.